wild lettuce, prickly lettuce, opium lettuce, painkillers. Everybody's pain is racking their bodies nowadays. We've got chemtrails, we've got sprayed food, we've got water that is tearing our systems up. We are filled with body aches and pains, and people are looking for natural alternative ways to alleviate body pain, no matter how severe it may be, by natural means. So I have made this video to share with everybody one more time how to make a very effective, powerful, all-natural pain killer. And it is made with prickly lettuce. Hey everybody, this is about, I don't know, June the 10th, somewhere in there. June the 9th or 10th, 2019. And I'm going to make some prickly lettuce extract. Now I have searched all over the internet to try to figure out how to make an extract out of prickly lettuce. And all I ever found was it can't be done. So I discovered a way to make an extract from any herb. So I said I'm going to try it, and so I did. And this is what I came up with. This is prickly lettuce extract that I made last year. And so that is a year old now. And that is some fine, upstanding stuff. So I have got some things here that I want to kind of show you what you're going to need. Kind of show you what you're going to need to make this. Now what you will need is a blender. I have an Oster blender. Now there's a reason why I use an Oster blender, and that is because this right here, which turns the blades, is metal. And in the base, let me get it here, it's kind of slick. In the base, that power spindle is metal. So I'm metal on metal. No plastic drive. Because we're going to put some torque on it, and for a long time. So I have an Oster blender. So you need a blender. You need a quart jar. Now I prefer Mason because it's not round. It has corners, and so those corners help create friction, and you'll see that when we make this. Also, what you will need is masking tape, just regular old masking tape. This is 13% alcohol by volume wine. Now I pay $6 a bottle for it, and so I'm not interested in making it out of $100 wine. All the alcohol is for is to extract the elements that we want out of the herb and to preserve it. So 13% cheap wine is what I have. Also what I have is just a handkerchief, and we're going to strain it through that. Now I use just a kitchen strainer to hold the handkerchief so it don't fall down into bucket here, and I have a glass, and everything you want to do here, as much as you possibly can, is to use glass. So I'm going to show you how to set this up. So first of all, we're going to process this. Now I dried this last year. This is dried prickly lettuce. Now I dried it last year. So it is really, really dry. Now you want your blender, you want to protect your rubber seal in the blender blades. And when you get your blender from the store, it's like this. The rubber ring is right here. So what we want to do is take that rubber ring, and we want to make sure that we put it under. We want to put it inside the cap. Now you don't want big pieces, but you don't want little bitty tiny pieces either, I don't think. There we go. Now I notice you can't see what I'm doing here. I'm cutting it into pieces. And once this dries, it's really hard, folks. There's enough to show you what to do next. Now we want to grind this up, and we want to, now you make sure you use the lid on this thing, because it will throw stuff everywhere. So we want to grind this up. So now, we need to prepare this jar for what we're getting ready to do. And the way we do that is with masking tape. Now the lid goes on in a clockwise rotation. So we want our tape to go the same direction that it tightens. And we want to take the threads of the jar. Now this is Dollar Tree masking tape. And so I put about 3 laps on it to get a good kind of a thread sealer on there, because this jar is going to be upside down and we don't want it to leak. It has this hole in it, so we got to plug that hole up. So the way we're going to do that, try to keep things here where you can see it. I'm going to take a piece of this tape and put it across the hole like this. Across the hole like that, and then take another piece, make a T or a cross, one going each direction, and this will seal the opening in the threaded part of the, see there, just like that. So you want to seal that. Now when we put it on the blender, the shaft will poke a hole in the tape, so we're good. But what we want it to do is not leak. I'll just use it all. Much wine. So what we want to do is we want to use about a third of that in dry material, because this dry material will absorb the wine, and if we don't have enough liquid, then it will just turn into look like a cow's cud. So let's take a look here. Alright, we're going to go that much. Now it's floating on top, and so we're about right there on up. So I'm going to do that right there. So then we take this, put our ring, rubber ring, put the rubber ring next to the tape on the inside, right here. Then the blades on top of the rubber ring. Now the reason for that is for this not to tear the rubber ring up and fill your product full of rubber. So here we go. And they're straight. You gotta be straight. Now the reason I use Oster also is because the bottom of it will fit the threads of the jar. Now we need to go really tight. Because this is going to run for 10 minutes. Okay. Okay. So we're going to set it on here, and we're going to run this for 10 minutes or 15 until it gets hot. Strain this. I want to see how much I've got here. So you can see it straining out through the cloth, and but I want to strain this all. We will extract all of the moisture out of this. Alright, then that's what we wind up with. And this is what we wind up with right here. Cow cud. So then this right here, so then this right here is the finished product.